It's nonstop, yo.
Inundated. We're all laughing because I was joking around before about how this has never happened before in internet history.
Yes.
I literally believe sincerely, and I mean this, and you thought that I was being hyperbolic.
I don't.
I'm not.
I don't.
He is showing up on my feed non-fucking stop.
Dude.
I'm not clicking on it. It's just next video is him in that accent, which I don't know what the fuck country that is.
I'll be trying to figure that shit out too.
And the entire media is attacking him on a daily basis. Buy the special, motherfucker. Buy the special. Real talk.
Here's what's crazy. I've been seeing him on TikTok.
TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying?
He everywhere, yo. He unstoppable.
Instagram.
His YouTube shorts.
Instagram, YouTube shorts.
You're wearing your YouTube shorts right now. You were talking about. You got your YouTube shorts on right now.
Oh, fuck you. All I'm trying to say is Hunter Biden got.
No, he's undeniably funny. You can't even act like a guy not funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
he's funny, bro.
If he's playing in your city, go see him. Watch his show. Just let him see that you support him, because right now he's being surrounded by people in this industry who are letting him know that he has to apologize, who are letting him know that people, Jimmy Fallon talking about people coming and crying for his Me Too comment. So it is important that he see that you guys are out there. And I know he'll probably play it off and he'll probably be embarrassed by the support, because this right now to me is the most egregious, blatant example of the left taking someone out for using their words. Worse, taking a comedian out for using his words.
Have you seen the guy who does YouTube videos and he like breaks down comedians acting like he just doesn't acting like they're great, and it's almost like a scientific breakdown of jokes?
Yeah.
He goes through Chris D'Elia's, and it is so fucking funny. He just destroys him. Oh my God.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's like, see, right here, he's repeating it so that people know that he's making a joke, which is very effective. You can tell he's a seasoned comedian because he said it 4 to 5 times to get people laughing, and he's laughing, which is
yes, it's so good. Chris D'Elia, the reason, if you're wondering why we're making fun of him, is because he has sex with children.
If I see another person who's done stand-up for 3 years, it's like, my special's coming out in 2 weeks, I'm gonna fucking, I'm pissed, dude.
I do teach piano lessons as well.
Oh yeah? Oh, you're a teacher? Oh yeah? Whoa. He's all like, I'm a teacher. Oh my God, there's so many trash comedians, I can't even fucking believe it.
And like the whole crew's like, yes, Myles, like, yes. And Myles is like, just doing God's work here.
No, come on, he did not say that. He did not say that.
No, he did. He said, just doing God's work.
I don't think he has any like unironic fans. Like I said, his entire community just makes fun of him. It's amazing.
One of the things that I think is interesting about this is that, you know, this is the third one of these videos that they released. And the first one, there was tremendous outrage. Second one, tremendous outrage. And that's when YouTube said, we're not going to let you post these videos.
I went and saw him at the Palladium about a year or two ago. And it was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And one of my friends, another comic that I respect a lot, gave him a standing ovation. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, I understand why you feel the way you do, but I just love seeing the act. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. What was bad about that? It was aggressively corny.
It's tricky too, responding to a crowd like that too, because you have to be funny, but you can't be too mean, right? You can't hit a fly with a sledgehammer.
It's one of the best stupid, poor comedians working today, for sure.
I just really encourage this group to think carefully about this sad attempt at humor.
Welcome to Rumble Explained Gutfeld Bingo Edition. Amateur Joke Explainer, thank you so much for the donation of the bits off the top of the show. Getting the hype train started, getting me focused. If you notice in the top right hand corner of your screen, we are live on Rumble, Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. My internet is maxed out to the max. We're broadcasting Gutfeld once again to everybody. This is really, I'm feeling the pressure now. I'm feeling the pressure. Jimmy Kimmel has been off the air. There's a huge vacuum for entertainment. Jimmy Kimmel Live was famously live, and now we are live here as well. Multi-stream Miles, that's what they call me. And you know what they say, Mo streams equals Mo problems. So hopefully we stay technically and religiously without any bugs. So welcome to the stream. If you guys, if you guys are rumbling, rumbles can go in the chat. If you guys want to reply to them, you'll be able to read all the chats on the side. They're all mixed together. So I think Rumble's a good place to stream because there's a lot of people that love a lot of great jokes that are on Rumble. Get your bingo cards. We got 2 minutes left to go before we get to the Gutfeld Bingo, which is one of our favorite games to play every week. Let's go over to a little bit of non-Gutfeld. I just clicked on the first thing that made me laugh when I turned on Rumble today. And we've got Roseanne Barr with a very funny title of a video thumbnail. My labia hit the toilet water, with Roseanne and Katie Hopkins. Now, a labia is the part of a woman's vagina that is the funniest part. So it's a very funny scene. I love to see these gals laughing, having a good time. So let's hear a little bit of this story before we get the Gutfeld Bingo on the way. We were hoping we're going to see some Tyrus and Gutfeld together. Again, hopefully they talk about and address the Jimmy Kimmel thing because we're all thinking about it.
I like that you said you are very, you have a masculine streak.
So masculine.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Yeah.
You hear how the audio sounds a little bit strange.
Yeah,
Maybe that's a joke?
I feel like I see it. Like for me, also, it's slightly physical. You seem like kind of more like female than me. But people, when for the longest time, of course, I've been hated or mocked or whatever, and that's perfectly fine. But one of the things I get a lot now, even now that I'm sort of somewhat redeemed for some reason, is that I'm trans. And I don't actually see it as offensive because I see it. Like I see it. I have no boobs. I'm kind of tougher appearing, and I have this low voice, and I totally see it. I'm not, although I do say, I don't know to what depths of depravity we want to go to today.
All of the depths?
All of the depths.
All of the depths.
That was permission I just got.
I used to talk to Carrie.
Why does Roseanne sound like she's inside of a different room? The audio is very strange for Roseanne here. Self-appointed killing 6J says, Bachelors of Music tired of streaming to zero? Let's change that only at nesna.com. Self-appointed killing, we're actually streaming to several people right now, not streaming to zero. So kindly go fuck yourself.
Fisher about it, and she said, we would always talk about how we had a masculine side to our writing and our being. And stuff,
our way. And well, they say in life that your nose and your ears keeps growing, right? Which means by the time if I survive any longer, I'm going to look like a bloody African elephant, which pisses me off. But the other thing is that there's other bits of me that are still growing south.
Yeah, I know.
So all I'm just going to say on the trans thing is
it.
these days I do have to decide whether to dress left or right.
I know exactly what you mean.
They have a point.
What did I say before about my vaginal lips?
Oh, you say your vaginal lining is the only thing skinny and thin on you.
No, that is true. But I also said...
Nice. Okay. Great little recap of a Roseanne joke there from her assistant. One of these days we're gonna get Brian on the laptop camera, and that I wish I could throw it to Brian without his knowledge at any time, just so we can see what he's up to. Thanks for the day. We got another 40 bits. Thank you so much. Guys, it's time for Gutfeld. Let's not beat around the bush anymore. And let's get to what we've all been waiting for here. Gutfeld, The View, Joy Behar, Rosie O'Donnell. Get your bingo cards. I'm starting it now. Her vagina is still growing. Travis Gravity's the chosen one. So if you don't have a bingo card, you must cheer for Travis. That is the rules. Gutfeld, Monday, September 15th. Also, yeah, let me know if I'm too quiet or Gutfeld's too loud or whatever, and I'll fix it, because we're multi-streaming, baby. Okay, here we go. No Tyrus today. Rocky start. It's a rocky start.
All right. Thank you. So last week was hell. This week could be better. It would have to be. And we could move on to another story. That's how it usually works. But
yeah, so I'll probably get a little Charlie Kirk tribute here. Charlie Kirk was a very famous comedian who was shot the other week doing comedy.
But that doesn't feel right. And if we only wanted to give you cheap laughs, we'd just show you Brian Kilmeade's SAT scores. But unlike most stories that happen in life, the assassin...
Brian Kilmeade got wrecked. Hey, was it Brian Kilmeade? Brian Kilmeade was recently on the news. I don't know if you saw this. He did a bit where he said that homeless people should be euthanized via lethal injection, which very funny thing to suggest, because as we all know, America is really having trouble getting their lethal injection drugs. So that's just impossible. I'm sure, if they could, they would, but they can't. That's why it's funny, because we don't have enough poison.
The nation of Charlie Kirk is immune to news cycles and short attention spans and unchanging media bias. That should have been true when Trump was shot, but because that story exposed the media's own complicity, it disappeared faster than Tim Waltz when a car backfires.
So the crux of this monologue here is that the media shot at Trump and the media shot Charlie Kirk. So you guys never forget, political violence is bad, but don't trust journalists, and if you can actively hunt them, you should.
But Charlie's murder exists now and forever, and his martyrdom resonates all over the world at marches and vigils. But it also had its share of ghouls safe in their protected nest, cheering his death. Like a guy named Bob Villain. I guess the name Bob Douchebag was already taken.
A ghoul nest.
I want to dedicate this next one to an absolute piece of a human being. The pronouns were.
Oh, shit.
Because if you take you will get banned. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, you piece of
I miss the days when rock...
Oh, no. Wow. Hey. That's a target for a drone strike right there. I believe in freedom of speech 100%. But you shouldn't be able to say certain things. I think you draw the line. Again, I say 100% freedom of speech, except for sometimes. And that's the sometimes.
Rockers used to get high on drugs and not the stench of their own farts. This dope thinks he's speaking truth to
farts. All right. Is that toilet? Do we have toilet here? That's poo. So farts imply poo. So that's the kind of the humor there. Because you know what the old saying is? The old saying goes, if there's farts, there's poo.
Power, but he's never expressed an opinion where there was potential for dissent. It's like when Hillary would call Trump racist when she was giving a speech, or Colbert doing the same in front of his live studio audience.
Hillary Clinton. Hey, she's making an appearance here. Very good.
People cheer, but that's like a zookeeper thinking he's George Carlin because the hyenas laughed. So this goon is no punk. He's a pussy.
Hyenas.
the cowardly opposite of Charlie. Charlie could face his critics, but if this guy were in the same room with Charlie, he would.
Yeah, let's establish that, yeah, if these two were in a room, Charlie would have beaten the shit out of this pussy. I think that's what Gutfeld's going to say here.
Would be humiliated, and no one would dare shoot this guy. Why bother? His preening ignorance would be an ongoing death sentence. Of course, now he's playing coy as he tries to deny his own words, but he's as bad at walking it back as Joe Biden was at walking forward.
This whole segment is kind of Gutfeld explains the joke, I think.
Of course, Charlie was talented, charming, persuasive, and brilliant, and this twerp is none of that, and he knew it. And for the envious, it's better the good die than the bad change. True, Charlie was divisive in that he showed us the dividing line between truth and bull, between good and evil. I bring that up to show you.
Not a lot of laughs from the studio audience here. I'm not sure if like this is part of a long joke that Gutfeld is doing here. I don't know if this is like a conceptual bit, but spending a lot of time.
The contrast in reactions. On one side, there is an awakening. You can feel it, and it's huge. On the other side, a mass cognitive dissonance. You're watching people getting fired for their behavior. Many of them, teachers in positions of power over your children, cheering a young man's death. I tell you, school was much better when teachers only had blue hair because they were 105 years old.
Yeah. Hey, nice dunk on the libs, blue-haired libs. He's calling back to the blue-haired old ladies, probably from Pasadena. That's like a classic American joke from the 1950s and 60s. I'll put is old.
What's telling, of course, is their shock at being fired, cocooned in a bubble where the only oxygen is the steam from their own bull. They just assumed that their opinion was acceptable, but then reality pierced their bubble. And it was with no help from the media. After all, they're the ones who built the bubble. Nope, this is just us doing it. And we do not care how the media tries to portray it, for they are as dead to us as the muskrat on Maxine Waters' head.
Maxine Waters. Nice. Okay, good. Thank God. I was like, Gutfeld, this is kind of out of character to not be extremely funny the whole time. Obviously, you know, everybody's talking about this event, so he's got to weigh it in some way. Maxine Waters, though, having a wig, that's a Gutfeld classic we've enjoyed every Monday for the last 10 years. So very funny. Also, I gotta say wigs are ugly. I'm gonna say ugly. Yeah, exactly, DJ Kennedy. You got it.
The murder of Charlie Kirk is a transcendent experience.
He kind of got stuck on trans there. Normally they don't finish that word. Normally Gutfeld is so used to saying trans that he slipped up there a little bit. Gutfeld slip up. Most of the guys, usually these guys on Rumble, you know, they just say trans. So when they have other words like transcendent or transmission, they just can't believe there's more after that word.
For the loss is both personal and connective. I feel it, you feel it. It's bigger than you and me because it's all of us.
The media.
And as it's often said, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. But on the other side, it's just a whole. And they fill it with cognitive dissonance. Their thoughts no longer match up.
Yeah, just to remind, I think that the crux of this speech here is that political violence is unacceptable, but the Democrats are evil and should probably die as soon as possible.
With reality, so they must rationalize
because they're evil and they want you dead
to protect them from the horrible realization that they might be the bad guys. Think about it. If you support assassination, mutilating children, and letting killers roam the streets, it's damn near impossible.
Yeah, so again, political violence is not good, but the Democrat side is mutilating children and letting violence roam the streets. But again, don't do anything rash. We don't want that. But the Democrats are subhuman people.
To say, I'm one of the good guys. Without cognitive dissonance, you'd hurl yourself off a bridge. So how do you know it's happening to them? Because it's not happening to us.
Good
we
question,
aren't
DJ
rationalizing
Chemix.
our feelings. We witnessed the murder of a young, bright man, and we know what we are feeling, what we are doing, and what we're going to do next. So, what do we do next? Well, ask yourself, are you doing all you can to spread Charlie's word? Can you do more? You can meet with others and talk about it. You can lead by example. Do more of what Charlie did. Engage, but never do it alone. And like with Turning Point, others will notice and think, who are these happy, serene people? I want what they have. Because something tells me that so many people on the other side, the dark side, they're
happy and serene.
They're looking for a path out of this madness. Even they know deep inside that they need help. You might be the one to give it to them. Let's welcome tonight's guests. He spends hours grappling with
Who is
men.
this guy?
And he also does jujitsu. Retired Green Beret Master Sergeant and host of Hollywood Weapons on the Outdoor Channel, Terry Schaber.
That guy looks like he's tough. That is a weathered, tough guy. I bet he punches fucking hard. Great stuff. Okay, no Gutfeld bingo yet, but it was not really a traditional Gutfeld, right? A lot of Charlie Kirk content on there. Hopefully, we're going to get back to regular Gutfeld. Back in the rhythm, back in the saddle. Come on, man. Jimmy's gun. We're wide open. There's Tyrus. There he is. Okay, we're back.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Tim Waltz.
Thank
Oh,
you.
far. I forgot to check off Tim Waltz. Sorry, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. Sorry about the strange odor. It's Taco Tuesday.
That's another fart joke. Okay, right. Okay, way better. Sorry about the strange odor. It's Taco Tuesday. Tacos make you shit. And, of course, farts come before poo. So,
Good
very
evening,
good.
everyone. Former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg now
Here we
says
go.
that Kamala Harris should not have run.
Should not have run. Because she's drunk?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I misread that. She should not have rum.
We're back, baby. Come on. This
So
is what
glad
we
we
wait
didn't
for.
do that as a story.
Oh, wait.
The Biden family has hit the financial skids. Instead of private jets,
Joe Biden.
Joe's been spotted with a book on his lap in the first-class cabin of flights.
Oh, my God. This is what happens. Joe Biden is such a loser. He's taking first class on schedule. God, you guys, I know you guys probably aren't as rich as I am. I've been joke explaining for a while now. I make a pretty good income, and I take a PJ whenever I can. Being on a public plane is tough because there might be Democrats on it, and there might be people that don't find Kill Tony funny, and I find that very distressing. So I always get a private jet when I can. It's totally worth the money. Obviously, Joe Biden lost the election, and so he's totally broke, and he's taking a regular plane. Like, that's humiliating. God, I would never want a regular plane president. Ugh.
Which, according to Bill Clinton, is a great way to hide your boner.
Wow. Can you believe the skill of Gutfeld? There is not a chance I could have predicted that joke. There's no way. He was taking a first class on a plane, which I'm like, okay, Gutfeld's gonna dunk on him, gonna say, hey, he lost the election, so he's poor. But instead, he says he was reading a book to cover his boner, which is what Bill Clinton does because he's a pervert. This is what I love about Gutfeld, right? You never know. How is this going to be a joke about Joy Behar? How's this going to be a joke? You could start a joke anywhere in the world and bring it back to The View with Greg's intellect.
Meanwhile, at least one organization tried
yes.
to negotiate a
Peanut
lower
pots.
rate for Joe's speaking gigs.
Penis, yes.
The offer includes one round-trip Amtrak ticket, a set of complimentary Depends, and a case of Ensure.
Oh, man. Hey, I'm sorry. This is just funny. You gotta laugh. I'm sorry, guys. If you take transit, you're dumb and shitty.
But Joe's agent keeps stressing that Joe's a limited time offer. Time's running out. We just don't know when. Worse, when Biden left office, he told friends he needs to pay off $800,000 in debt, which coincidentally is the same amount required for steam cleaning the Oval Office furniture. I know.
Because he pooed all over them. That's the joke there. Because he's old. And when you're old, you poo all the time. Very funny.
But to raise the money, he's planning to sell his car.
Wow. Bam, bam, bam. He's old. He's
Jill
pooing.
Biden has retired from her teaching job and started a new unpaid position at a think tank.
Oh, I wonder if she's unpaid because she's not a real doctor.
While Kamala will be sleeping it off in a drunk tank.
That's a callback to the first joke. What? Two? Kamala is drunk. In less than 2 minutes. We're 2 minutes in, and we've had 2 times Kamala Harris is drunk. Fucking love Gutfeld.
Good news, though.
Man,
Jill is also
he's
apparently
locked in.
working on a book. It's called Old Man and the Pea.
49.
And
so, old man and the pea. So that's rhymes with the famous Hemingway book, Old Man and the Sea. And the book is yellow because PP is yellow. You guys, now, that's why I love Gutfeld. Because kids would laugh at this joke too. You could bring the whole family. Your kids are going to laugh at the poo-poo and the pee-pee, and your elderly relatives are going to laugh at the thought of eradicating a political party.
Finally, Hunter Biden told a judge that he has suffered a significant downturn in his income and has debt in the millions of dollars range. True, it's gotten...
Kimbo Slice Pan donated $7 American dollars. That's €6. I like Greg's viewers like to give money to people who absolutely don't need it because they're absolutely wealthy. Congrats on explaining paying off. Thank you so much, Kimbo Slice Pan. I'm going to treat myself to 95 seconds on a private jet with that. Thank you for your generosity. Thanks for the bucks. Thanks for the euros. It's so cool to get money from so far away. I love to I can smell all the good cheese on that donation. Thank you so much.
So bad they repossessed his crack pipe.
He's a drug addict.
In non-Biden news, a free diver from Croatia held his breath underwater for an incredible 29 minutes.
I bet that's as long as a person would have to hold their breath when they're around Jerry Nadler because he poops his pants all the time. That's my pre-Gutfeld joke.
Shattering the previous record held by Joy Behar's Waxer.
God damn it. What did I say? What did I say, guys? What did I say about bringing it back to Joy? You never know. You just can never know with this guy. That's what makes it so funny. Because you don't know how is this going to go to the one of the 6 jokes.
Yeah. We're back.
I did not see that coming.
He says, we're back. Gutfeld says, we're back. Imagine if you had a job. I mean, I was going to say, imagine if you had a job where you do the same jokes over and over again, but I don't want to call anybody out for that.
That was good. I did not see that coming. Wow.
Yeah, neither did he.
Wow.
All right, so Charlie Kirk's assassination has revealed something we already knew.
Oh, back to
the
Charlie.
Democrats have all but left the planet. I'd make a headed to Uranus joke, but in this case, they're the assholes. Consider the trend.
We had it censored earlier.
Bingo!
Amy's twitching. Wow. Fast with that one. That's a good thing. Good catch. Amy's twitching. Okay, Amy's twitching wins bingo. That means they get to post a link in the chat for something that needs explaining. And I will watch it at the end of the stream. Congratulations. Amy's twitching. Let's get the bingo distributed once more. Now, I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste more Gutfeld without the bingo going. So let's find a little something else here. Okay, Roseanne Barr. God, she's so funny. Let's watch a little bit more Roseanne. Maybe actually, you know what? Let's not. Let's just take a ramble on Rumble while we wait for Amy's twitching to find their victory. Oh, got their link all ready to go. Okay, Amy's twitching. This is saved in the tabs. Now let's take a rumble on Rumble. What have we got today? I already watched that one. Faith, Power, and Chaos with Nick Fuentes and Russell Brand. That looks like a good time. Jimmy Kimmel gets chopped. A lot of these are premium. They're locked behind a paywall. You can't just fully watch these things, you know. He breaks the internet with whiteface.
Comedian Drewski is under fire for cosplaying a racist NASCAR fan. The popular Atlanta comedian painted his entire body white and completed the look with a mullet, American flag cowboy hat, a pair of overalls, and American flag tattoos. And while some praised his commitment to the bit, it left many people feeling conflicted due to his portrayal of racism against a couple of black men.
Black comedian Drewski didn't just...
Oh, man. So this is, if this guy can do whiteface, why can't I do blackface? Something I've always been asking myself. Well, you're allowed.
Just go in whiteface. He went in white body to a NASCAR event, and some people are angry about it. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom.
Amen.
Because truth conquers. Now, there's a little bit of debate out there. Most people would certainly believe, yeah, blackface is wrong. And now, whiteface. What about white body? Is that wrong too?
Is that wrong?
Is it a double standard? Maybe they're both right. How do you feel? But nonetheless, comedian Drewski, who you see on the right, is the redneck NASCAR fan that you see on the left as well. So he full body, I guess, paint, pretend tattoos, dressed as a redneck, goes to a NASCAR event, and the internet's melting down about it. His video on Twitter, which we'll see in a minute, it has 200 million views on it. It's just going around. And of course, there is some controversy. Some people are saying this is literally the best thing ever. Other people are saying this is wrong. So I'll be curious how you feel about it as we go along. But first, this was not an easy, I guess, comedy sketch kind of thing to put together.
Yeah, there was a movie that came out a while ago called White Chicks, with the Wayans brothers, I believe, dressed up as white chicks, and it was one of the biggest comedies of the last 2 decades. Now, so what's interesting now, and what I love that's so great about the modern media landscape is that anything that's happened that's more than 2 weeks old, it's already gone, right? It's deleted. It's really quite remarkable and quite fantastic. It's a lot of the reason why Gutfeld can do the same jokes every week, right? Because we've already forgotten that he did a joke about The View 2 weeks ago, because we do that now. It just is simply deleted. The human brain only has about 56 megabytes of RAM and a CPU that's less than 500 hertz. So we don't have the storage space for more than 2 weeks. So, this is going to be all over the news. White-face comedian. Can you do white-face double standard? The debate is opened. Even though this bit has been done in the past. Now, I can only remember these things because I'm a joke explainer. I have a special kind of brain. I studied it. I have a bachelor's degree in music, which allows me to remember things a little longer than most. But that's just my explanation, because yes, this joke has been done before, but it's time to open the debate because we have to pretend like it's never been done before.
I mean, you would just imagine hours of makeup and wigs and stuff. And he even had like entry status to the racers. You can see him here for the national anthem standing next to a racer on the track. So hats off to him. This looks like it was not an easy feat.
No, it's not. A lot of makeup, and as you know, you have to be white to go to NASCAR.
To complete. No, there's controversy. So some of the headlines, we see things like, I'm white and I'm proud. Drewski's latest NASCAR video fuels debate over racist comedy.
Debate. The
now,
debate
of course, this is kind of the opposite end of the racist debate because
Here
it's
comes
a
the
black
debate.
guy. Some would say he's racist towards white people because he did.
Where do you guys stand on the racist debate? See, I wasn't aware there was a racist debate.
Whiteface, which is an
But there
interesting
is.
spin on it. And of course, if you think racism and anti-racism are the exact same thing, then how you feel about one end of the spectrum, a black guy doing a white guy, should probably be in line with how you feel about the other. A white guy blackfacing to portray black people, I guess that's how you say that. Another headline, comedian Drewski's viral whiteface performance stuns fans and draws ear from racist portrayal.
Draws ear. E-A-R. So I didn't know that's how you pronounce that word. I always thought it was pronounced ire, but I have a bachelor's degree in music. I can only tell. I can only understand words that are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and sometimes in Germany, H.
Of NASCAR fans. No, I think portraying them as racist it's a fun idea. It's probably, not entirely inaccurate, and of course not completely accurate, yet screw yourself if you don't think it's okay to portray NASCAR fans that way. It's fine. Let's see the video itself. This has about 200 million views on it as of now. That's only climbing. And
he is not lying. This video has over 200 million views. 200 million views, ladies and gentlemen of the chat. That's Joke Explain numbers.
On it as of now, that's only climbing. And just need I mind you, his performance, no matter how you feel about it, his performance was so good that people just thought he was a redneck white guy. I mean, nobody was in on it. Nobody could tell. That's amazing. Here's his video.
Here's the love. Here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her.
Okay, that's a wonderful street joke that has existed in the taverns of the South for many fortnights. Yeah, and now he's blasting Bruce Springsteen, famous New Jersey guy in the South, which is a common pastime.
Hey, Suanna. She's not listening. Hey, come up. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby. 6 o'clock. Girl, you crazy now.
Now, that's where some people are getting...
Is he spitting on the ground? in an aggressive manner towards that black
even
gentleman.
more uncomfortable with the video. He spits in front of a black guy. We know it's a black guy spitting in front of a black guy. Is that racist? No, because he's black. What is he portraying racism? Yes, that's certainly the case. We'll get back to the video in just a second.
Wow. Okay, a little bit of joke explaining, a little bit of racism explaining from old JP Sears there. Cool to see him trying it out. JP, don't quit your day job of selling horse tranquilizers, though, because joke explaining is my wheelhouse. So, I love you, JP, but if you ever try joke explain again, I will fucking dox you. we've got over 60 people willing to destroy your social media channels. So, watch yourself. Anyway, we're having a good time. Bingo's starting again. We're going back to Gutfeld. I don't want to get too worked up here. Let's get the bingo going. Starting it. Start bingo. 17 players on bingo. I like it.
Whenever something terrible happens, they prove one thing.
Democrats. You know what? If you guys want me to pause this so you can have this as your desktop wallpaper, just Gutfeld, mouth open, and Democrats being split in half, I might do it.
Their grip on reality is as weak as Nancy Pelosi struggling to open a bottle of Cuervo.
Nancy Pelosi's drunk and weak and old. So we got that. That's 3. She's drunk. Nancy Pelosi. Where is she? There she is, number 47. And she's old. So she cannot open her bottle of tequila. Perfect. Normally I can find, there we go. It's right next to her. Perfect.
They could never talk about the border because the issue was their policies. They ignored red flags like they were directions on a shampoo bottle. They let more criminals enter than Bonnie Blue touring San Quentin. I know.
Bonnie Blue, she's the famous sex comedian who had a whole bunch of men have sex with her. I think 1,000 men in one day. So she made a lot of money on that. You gotta respect the hustle.
They were in no.
Mark my words. Now, if her OnlyFans doesn't produce the kind of income she wants, you saw it here first, and you may clip this if you want. Bonnie Blue will be doing a stand-up comedy tour, I predict, before the end of the Trump presidency. Clip it.
Show on Law and Order in our liberal cities had to be rescued by the very man they hated.
It's a whore, yes.
Blue cities let mass transit become mass anarchy, with commuters fearing for their lives instead of simply enjoying the scent of fresh urine. With trans, they did nothing until parents, not the press, stood up to the mob and let the crazies know that boys are boys and girls are girls.
Don't we just love that? Subway incidents. Oh my God, we still have that one. Very good. Thank you. Good catch, DJ Chemix. So I do like how Gutfeld sort of just says, what are we going to do? What are they going to do with trans? Like trans has become, it's almost going to become like woke. Woke was a specific thing. Now it's kind of like it's an ideology and sort of just a very broad group. Trans is similar. I think it just generally just means everything bad. Woke and trans, they're not very specific anymore. It just means get them.
And no more of that none of the above. And here, with the assassination of a free speech hero, they scramble for cover like cockroaches will do when you shine a light on them.
Yes. Again, guys, we don't want to have, we don't condone political violence here at the Gutfeld Show, but the Democrats are cockroaches. They are bugs. They are a vermin and a disease. Don't attack them in any way. Don't be violent against the people that need to be eradicated.
They could just say, I condemn this targeted murder, and just leave it at that.
18, yes.
But no, they have to add but, however, and we must keep in mind until their apology becomes nothing more than a shovel for their usual load of
censored.
So,
And that was the shit. That's poop.
So how did they get here? Well, like Don Lemon and Matthew Dowd, their arguments don't work anymore. See, because they don't work anymore.
Ooh, Gutfeld explains the joke. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Crowd did it. They needed a little explanation there. Because people often forget that Don Lemon was... See, it's like I said, these guys were fired more than 2 weeks ago. That's already deleted from most people's brains. Thank you, Greg, for reminding us.
But they never worked. In each instance, their ideas failed, and rather than change them, they resort to cognitive dissonance, a fancy term for assholes in denial. They'll point to examples of right-wing violence, but it falls on deaf ears because their rhetoric set the stage for violence. For years, Republicans were smeared as dangerous, racist Nazis when they knew it wasn't true and that it only applies to Shalou.
Hey, Tony Shalou. Tim Shalou?
Of course, though, J.D. Vance, he offered proof that they're a party okay with celebrating murder. But God forbid you call a bearded perv in lingerie by his birth name. Of course, the relativism is absurd. The right has always been the party of law and order, vehemently against all crime, something that the left has mocked for decades. Meanwhile, the Dems adopted a radical ideology that says violence is the only language power understands. By any means necessary is their battle cry. When George Floyd died, they sanctioned months of glorious rioting. Knees were bent, and so was the truth, with Democrats kneeling for the camera like they were auditioning for a Pornhub cameo.
Wow.
You guys know what Pornhub is.
Wow. Yes. The Law and Order Party, the Republicans, don't forget. That's what they are. Was Tyrus here? Oh, Tyrus is here. I forgot.
But when Kirk died, there was no violence, just vigils and mourning. What does that tell you?
No violence.
Well, we know what we are, but do they know what they are? Well, we can tell them. They're a rudderless mess, a hydra of hateful nut jobs you can't stand behind without a clothespin on your nose. They've gone from the party of FDR to DNR, and it's unlikely they'll ever be resuscitated. So when these ghouls are called out for their sins, they act like they played no part. Crime, broken borders, and political violence, that didn't arise out of thin air. They're incubated in polluted bubbles. You called crime a right-wing mirage while your cities look like Mad Max. You called secure...
I'm burning that Arby's. Don't ever touch my Arby's or my Cybertruck. Leave us alone.
Borders cruel while Border Patrol was villainized. You called us fascists because it gives you permission for violence. So...
Yes. Totally. Making good points here.
Now we see a split. Two missions. One aligned with Charlie, serving the country and protecting free speech, which is objectively good. And the left's mission, making worse and then denying it, which is bad. Which is why Charlie has a nation and now the world leaning in to listen, while those same people are tuning the left out. Because Charlie's mission unites and theirs divides. And even though his time was cut short, his work doesn't have to end here. As a matter of fact, I think it's just beginning. Let's welcome
Got him.
tonight's guest.
Tim, right?
Even albinos call him Whitey. Fox News contributor Tom Shalhoub.
I guess Tony and Tim. And if I simply combined them, I would have got Tom. Unbelievable. Guys, no Gutfeld bingo on that one. We had a lot of Gutfeld bingo cards checked off, but we no victories. Still Amy's twitching, number one on the board. Hail Hydra. Look, Bovine says, what's beginning? Hinting at an upcoming purge is side splitting. Yes, and you know who will be leading the purge? The Dems, probably. They're going to purge all the Arby's and Cybertrucks. And then how are we going to tell our kids where all the Cybertrucks went.
USA.
Wow. Hey, what other comedian gets a USA chant at the beginning of their show? Not me, unfortunately. Yeah, Jeff Dye, maybe.
Yeah, sorry.
Frankly, I'd prefer you chanting for me. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Some Democratic donors say that they're reluctant to give money to Biden's presidential library.
I bet.
Great. Now where am I going to?
Great. Now where am I going to put what? I bet maybe it's a self-burn. Maybe he's going to have like Clifford the Big Red Dog or something.
Masturbate, said one man.
Never mind. Hunter Biden.
President Trump is in the UK where he exchanged gifts
Number
with
9.
King Charles. Trump received a leather-bound book celebrating the Declaration of Independence, and in return, Trump.
Hey, this is funny. I hope they make a joke about how America separated from England. A little awkward still, almost 300 years later.
Trump gave him an updated crown. Tim Walz has announced that he'll seek a third term as.
That was a joke about the Trump hat becoming a crown. See, they play both sides, right? Like Gutfeld, you know, he's not really political when you think about it. He's like, hey, the Democrats are a disease and bugs and cockroaches, and there's no reasoning with them. But Donald Trump is famous for his wacky hats, and he gave one to the king. So he doesn't take sides. Tim Walz. Cool commenter says, I can't afford anything more. One bit. Hey. Whoa. Thank you for that. And also, look at the Bachelors of Music bot telling me about Kimbo Slice. Look at this, what I mean. When you get euros, it takes a long time for them to process.
Minnesota governor. Afterwards, yeah, I know.
Boo him already.
Afterwards, you could hear the chants of 4 more years from local arsonists.
Yeah, when Tim Walz is governor, he says you guys should burn the whole state down. That's like his famous thing he does.
Yeah. A Nevada state senator who police found passed out at a traffic light was arrested for suspicion of DUI. The cops stopped the Democrat before he did any major damage, like voting. Political.
Whoa, crowd didn't like. Come on, Gutfeld, you got him. Get him. You can. Let's find that gear. Let's get to the View.
An MSNBC reporter who is considered a disinformation expert claims that no one on the internet is cheering about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Even more, on her dating profile, she describes herself as a 7.
Get her. Oh man, no, not even close. That's she's a Democrat, so she's absolutely repulsive. 67, very funny. I'm just gonna say too, women are annoying. I'm gonna say it. Because when I see I see a woman with glasses, I'm like, oh, I'm a teacher.
I know. Come on, lady. Meanwhile, on CNN, Montel Williams called Charlie Kirk's murder suspect a love-torn child who was in his first relationship. He then described Ted Bundy as a ladies' man with commitment issues.
Morgwind, Tim Walz, more like Tim's salty dog rag. Yes, very good. Thank you for that one. Hey, I think Gutfeld watches this. I hope he does. I hope he writes that down. Thank you for the $10 donation.
NASA claims its Mars rover has collected samples that show signs of biological activity.
Oh, is it like Jerry Nadler's couch cushions?
But they warn it isn't intelligent life, as some of the microbes were observed watching Fox and Friends.
Whoa, self-burn.
Next week, Kamala Harris will make an appearance on The View. And to prepare, they've already...
Kamala Harris is on The View? Oh my God, what a week to watch that Gutfeld. Oh my, he is gonna rip them apart. Oh wow.
Already stocked the green room. And finally, prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Kirk's alleged killer via firing squad.
Hell yeah. Executing people by firing squad. Now, some people will think, hey, you know, that's a little bit fascist. You know, I've seen a few black and white photos from the 20th century, and generally firing squad executions are a little bit authoritarian. But we're talking about Charlie Kirk here, right? You kill a guy like that, I think it's time for you to get publicly executed, eye for an eye, in accordance with the Bible.
You know, they say it's far more humane than the gas chamber, otherwise known as Jerry Nadler's office.
Oh, we got him. I've been jonesing for a Jerry Nadler shit his pants joke. Thank you, Gutfeld. Thank you. Yeah, he's a famous pooper.
Fart him to death. That's what I say.
Whoa, Gutfeld put glasses on. What the hell is this all about?
So even after a national tragedy, the media picks up right where they left off. They somehow found empathy for a coward who pulls the trigger on a husband and father from 200 yards away. Let's start with ABC's Matt Gutman. God, I hope he didn't find the killer's text very touching in a way that many of us didn't expect.
It was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who is transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love.
Actually, he never said that. But that's what Gutman claims, forgetting that he's covering a murder, not hosting an episode of The Bachelorette.
What?
But he couldn't stop there.
So it was this duality of someone who the attorney said not only jeopardized the life of Charlie Kirk and the crowd, but was doing it in front of children, which is one of the aggravating circumstances.
Yeah, this guy's name is Niall and Amber. Hey, congratulations. Another bingo winner here. Very exciting. Get your link. Get your link. Throw it in the chat. We have another bingo. Niall and Amber. Now, this is all very, very funny stuff. Hey, welcome to subscribing, JAC. J Air Conditioning, welcome to the channel. Glad you're loving the Gutfeld. Probably watching the Cam Patterson video. I hope you've all had a little bit of time to watch Cam Patterson, the New Jokes Explained video. One of the best comedians working today, and new Saturday Night Live cast member, absolutely killing it on the Kill Tony show, 55 seconds at a time, all the way to 30 Rock, baby. Feeling good. Niall and Amber, there you go. Got your link locked in. Oh my God, it is an hour and 40 minutes long. We are not watching all that. If you've got, when we throw this on, if you've got a timestamp, well, unless it's gold, we'll see. We'll have to check it out. It's in the Constitution. I have to watch it. Get out of this ad here. Unless you guys want to see, I mean, we all kind of want to see JP. Look at his body. Look at his body.
Toxins. It's an excellent.
God, he is juiced up. He looks good. He's looking good, guys.
To reduce.
Look at this. Can you see where the vein? You can see where the vein starts. It starts. There's one on his cheek, a little dent. It goes up into his cerebral cortex. This is the comedy center of the brain, right at the tippy top here. He's got sort of like an homage to Dog the Bounty Hunter going on with his hair. And then the jokes come all the way down this is the the necular vein that's right on the side of the neck. And then it goes down his arm, down all the way down to the fingertips where he writes his scripts for his sketches that we all know and love.
Stress, and I always sleep better. And I always keep in mind the study out of Finland that shows regular sauna use equals a 40% reduction in all-cause mortality.
Well, it's a sweat bag. It's a bag of sweat. You could sweat in a bag. That sounds pleasant. Also, interesting that JP Sears is talking about a Finnish study, because isn't Finland full of coastal elites from San Francisco? Interesting.
The infrared sauna blanket is the most convenient, affordable sauna system on the market.
This is Brian right now. I don't know if you guys notice Brian is not in the chat. That's because this is him.
It's powerful, heats up quickly, cleans up quickly. I love mine. If you want to take responsibility for your health and how...
Okay, back to the explanation.
Hey, Ma. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? All right, now.
Just the sunburnt arms and white body.
Okay, that was the joke acknowledgement. That was not an explanation. It's good. He's just acknowledging the joke. This is classic white activity.
Hey, you lost, boss?
No, I'm going to the race.
What race?
NASCAR race.
You going to NASCAR?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
Okay. So, as a bit, it's a tough pitch, Okay, you got my TikTok team, which is like one of your follower. You want to have a few yes men around you when you become kind of a bigger comedian, and they'll be there to film stuff. Now, pitching this as an idea, being like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I dressed up as a white guy and spat at the feet of black people? Wouldn't that be funny? Because they don't know I'm actually black. Now, I hope he does like a classic Just for Laughs gag here where he says, I'm just kidding. Look there's the camera. There's all the French mimes. We're all just having a laugh here in Montreal. But I don't know if he reveals himself at the end there, which is kind of tricky. So he's kind of creating a hateful situation as humor. It's a tricky line.
You ain't lost, is you?
No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so obviously he's portraying racism again.
Let's see what
now,
JP says.
I would really question about that is those two black guys that he's spitting in front of, spitting behind, questioning, obviously with very racist tonality. Are they part of the crew? Because if he just looks like a white guy, and a white guy like that being overtly racist, it's not one, I would not recommend it. And two, it puts your safety in jeopardy. So I don't know the truth of it. I would speculate that's not an innocent person he's offending. If I had to bet money, I would bet that's part of the crew that's doing the video.
Yes,
obviously just posing as I'm a regular NASCAR fan, but I don't know.
Find something safe to do, boy. Yeah. If liquor don't kill us, pussy must. That fucker will go. I see. Dan Arthur. Dan Arthur. Oh, South Dakota. Yeah.
How's he getting so much access to the vehicles?
Damn right. Proud to be American.
Now this was...
Is that a classic white thing to yell that you love America? Is that a... I mean, I do it all the time. I guess he's right. But there's another sketch.
White guy gets accepted in the hood.
No, I'm chilling. I'm posted up.
Is he? This white face is not as good as the other white face.
He obviously doesn't look as convincingly
JP agrees.
white in this, but nonetheless, that's what this sketch is.
He must have a diploma in music.
About. He got controversy from this first sketch, and I'm guessing he's smart. He's like, that got me a lot of attention, a lot of views. I'm going to do that, only better. Thank you for getting offended. Here I go, twice as hard. Now to the $1 million question. Is this offensive?
JP, let me know.
Wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. My thoughts, I think this is funny. I think it's brilliantly done.
Okay, it's
I
funny,
feel
guys.
Zero offensiveness
Brilliantly done
whatsoever. And one
and
could
funny.
take it as like he is telling all NASCAR fans that they're racist.
All right.
I think that is a very victim mentality way of taking it. He was portraying
Victim mentality.
a guy that's racist, that's a NASCAR fan. There's not zero of them. He was portraying a certain person. You could say, well, that means he's portraying everybody that way. And I would say that's a ludicrous thing to think.
Blacklight District says, why are we listening to this alcoholic? There's no way, JP. Or, doggo, me.
Is it wrong for this black man to be in white face?
I'm the only one explaining.
I tell you, I don't care. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm glad he did this. I find no offense. Is it racist? No, he was portraying racism. Unless you're Justin Trudeau or a major politician or Robert Downey Jr., it's wrong for everybody else. Rules for thee, but not for me kind of thing. I don't find that inherently racist.
Calling out the Canadian Prime Minister.
At all.
Whoa.
If you have something funny.
That's risky. The Canadians will have you executed by firing squad if you make fun of them. Careful making fun of Canadian politicians. There will be I know America has Navy SEALs. We have Navy walruses and by we I mean Canadians have Navy walruses, which are like a bit of a step up from Navy SEAL. Hate to admit it as a proud Texan myself. But the Canadian Navy Walrus Team 6. There's a reason why you guys have never heard of them, because they're just that good. They're just that good. A little more secret. Let's get Gutfeld Bingo going again. Thank you, JP, for letting us know that it's a very funny thing that we just watched. Back to Gutfeld. Get your bingo cards. We're a little low. Only 13 players for bingo out of 20 viewers on Twitch. YouTube still dominating the streaming rankings. But, that's what happens. We're beloved on YouTube. Can't help it. A lot of new Cam Patterson fans here today. All right, Travis Gravity, once again the chosen one. Congratulations.
Circumstances of this case, and on the other hand, he was, speaking so lovingly about his partner. So a very interesting and, as Pierre said, riveting press conference.
Dude, you're supposed to be reporting on a press conference, not reviewing a rom-com for Rotten Tomatoes. But I guess when someone kills someone because they disagree with them, it's important to look for their good qualities.
I don't know.
True, no one ever talks about how bin Laden banged only the hottest goats.
All right. That's a joke I haven't seen since 9/12. Oh.
And you should see the letters Hitler wrote his mom. They had such cute nicknames for each other.
He's a pervert, yes.
But I get it. After smearing him as MAGA didn't work, make the story about star-crossed lovers instead of trans-mad ghouls. Over at CNN, Montel Williams chimed in.
People who are trying to pigeonhole this as a leftist thing and a right thing, and what we're really talking about, hear me because I'm going to throw you when I say this.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about a love-torn child. I don't believe he was motivated politically. I think this was motivated emotionally. I think this was a emotionally stunted person who literally, when I say it this way, just hear me, tried to defend his significant other, not trying to defend some ideology.
Oh, So
Whoa, yeah, controversial take there, Montel. A person doesn't just go through life making decisions without thinking about Democrats and Republicans. Pretty clear. It's just like it's physically not possible. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I make myself a Rumble breakfast, followed by a Rumble lunch, followed by a Rumble dinner. You guys are asking, what is that? It's called steak, medium rare, in the blender with raw eggs, straight to the mouth.
So clever, huh? That may be Montel's worst judgment since he dated Kamala Harris. Now,
whoa, Kamala Harris. Look at these these are coastal elites if I've ever seen them. TV star and Kamala Harris. Damn. Kamala Harris, here we go.
Now, Gutman has apologized, claiming he deeply regrets his words, but one clown went all in on ignoring reality and blames MAGA.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
So MAGA is desperately...
Okay, Gutfeld's about to explain the joke here.
Trying to portray Kirk's killer as not one of them. If that man was any more full of he'd be a colostomy bag.
Oh, poo-poo makes an appearance again here. Colostomy bags are bags that hold poopy.
That was 2 days ago, so Kimmel had the chance to walk it back, but he can't. And why is that? Because to admit he was wrong on this calls into question his entire filter for interpreting reality. So it's better to live in denial, knowing the like-minded media won't press you on it. But we will. Hey, Disney shareholders, it may be time to thaw out Walt to put things right. No wonder your 5-year stock price looks like this.
Get wrecked, Disney. Your stock... Gutfeld always remembers to bring up the stock price of a company that annoys him, just to show everyone how much they're losing.
Bambi's mom has a brighter future.
Number 12, Disney, yes.
Then there's Matt Dowd, who got fired for saying Charlie Kirk had it coming. He found a new revenue stream. He's actually selling T-shirts with his quote on it. Who's going to buy that? I mean, besides the entire cast and crew of The View and Jimmy Kimmel.
The View.
Not me. I have enough women yelling, "Take your shirt off."
Women are annoying.
But this is who they are. They can't even let you have a moment of peace for the guy they murdered. In fact, a poll right after the arrest showed 41% of Dems believe the killer was a Republican, proving it's easy to lie to stupid people. That's how I convinced Don Lemon I'm a Nigerian prince.
The Dems. Don Lemon.
They literally can't conceive of their own side committing evil even after a murder broadcast live. And remember that old guy they thought had taken the shot? He screamed that he was the shooter to try and let the real one get away. You don't hear about him much, do you? Why is that? Well, after being hauled in, they busted this leftist on child porn charges. But I'm sure the media will find something redeemable about it.
Wow. Did you guys not read this report from Mediaite? Mediaite? I usually have Mediaite notifications on my phone all the time.
About him. Sure, he's a perv, but he's great with pets. So the same media that spent years dehumanizing Trump and his supporters finally find their empathy. Surprise, it's for the shooter, creating a narrative that makes murder feel like heroic, if misguided, activism. Even though most of these people have likely never heard a single word Charlie ever said, it's a false narrative creation, like they did with Charlottesville when they claimed Trump praised Nazis. They knew it wasn't true, but they needed a story to protect their own irrational hatred of Trump.
Did you guys know that was not true?
Like they need one now. So they paint Robinson as a tragic anti-hero instead of what he is, a murderous coward. In time, they hope the story will be rewritten. The hero becomes the villain, and the villain the hero. Makes you wonder how many other stories from history may be wrong. You want to bet all of them?
All of them. damn, Gutfeld really laying it out there. A true comedy philosopher and historian. Just to remind you guys, Gutfeld is a late night talk show in the comedy category on Fox News, but he is allowing us and reminding us, and perhaps even proposing, that all of the history that you've ever known is a lie, and it's time to turn to Gutfeld for the true facts. Nobody really knows what happened in the past, because, you know, unless you hear it from Gutfeld, question it. Don't be a sheep and listen to things from historians. God dang, daylight savings getting in the way of my timely gut. Tyrus is back, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. We'd like to welcome our newest viewer, James Kimmel, out of Los Angeles.
Oh,
good to see you.
Dunked. He got dunked. Gutfeld. So Colbert's gone. Jimmy got canceled, but Jimmy's actually back. I saw some people in the chat talking about Jimmy being back. Dodongo Manoof with the $5 donation. I have a handful of Gutfelds. Thank you for the Gutfelds. I believe the symbol for Gutfelds is a G with the two slashes through it, like a dollar sign, and you can use them to get tickets to the Gutfeld show. So thank you so much to Dongo Manoof for your donation. $5 US. Gutcoin, Gutfelds, couple guts. Hey, can you lend a guy a couple guts for the bus?
Close your robe. Happy Thursday.
Close your robe. I think that implies Jimmy Kimmel's penis. I'll give that one to you guys. I'll give you his Jimmy Kimmel's penis. Jimmy Kimmel, so he's coming back on Tuesday, which is tomorrow night. Everybody, but he's already lost his viewers. And that, you know, once you get off the schedule of regularly doing your show, they're done. People aren't going to watch anymore. Gutfeld knows this.
Hey, everyone. So ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely after his remarks about Charlie Kirk. True, even in getting fired,
okay, yes, we know that. But Gutfeld, please, I hope he talks about how Jimmy's ratings were bad and how all of the late night Dems have failing talk shows compared to him. Gutfeld has a chokehold on the nursing home market.
Comes in second to Colbert. The embattled talk show host is reportedly effing livid over the possible cancellation of his show, adding, "Is it because I'm black?"
Oh.
Meanwhile, Brian Stelter warns that America is less free after Kimmel's suspension. He also complained that Golden Corral is less free after they put a lock on their pastry dumpster.
Is fat.
While some say it's an attack on free speech, others believe it's an excuse to unload Jimmy due to his poor ratings and the cost to keep him on. So ABC had to make a tough call. It was either him or Joy Behar's Ham of the Month subscription.
Joy Behar, Ham of the Month. That's funny. Just remind you guys that she's always eating ham. She's a fat, ugly bitch. Don't forget. Do not forget it. We love it, and we're laughing. We don't have Ham of the Month on the bingo card, unfortunately.
Adds up. Meanwhile, over at Ball State, Suzanne Swerk.
Please say something about what this lady looks like. Gut.
The director of health promotion and advocacy.
The director of health promotion and advocacy. She does not look like JP Sears, I'll tell you that much. Please. What kind of animal does she look like, Greg?
Has been fired for her comments about Charlie Kirk. Ball State? Looks like she's better suited at Meatball State.
Oh man, what a perfect joke. What a perfect joke. Ball state? More like meatball state. Two famous, one of the most famous balls. Great stuff. 67.
She's often been accused of being a DEI hire, but in reality, she ate all the other candidates.
I like the first one more, Greg, but
But don't worry,
funny.
Suzanne. You'll find another job. Keep your chins up.
Get her. Get her, Greg.
Hey, no mercy. Barack Obama seemed to put some blame on Trump for Charlie Kirk's assassination for having extreme views in the White House. And once again, the only time Obama turns down the temperature.
The only time Obama turns down the temperature, something about Michelle. It's got to be something about Michelle.
Is to get his wife to put on more clothes.
Oh. Boom. Yeah, Michelle's also ugly. Get him, Greg. This is a classic pattern, right? You gotta make guys. This is why it's so good to make fun of women, right? Because guys, you can make fun of being fat, you know. But women, you can say they're fat and ugly. That's two jokes. That's two jokes right there. So perfect stuff. Michelle Obama, got her.
And finally, President Trump announced he's designated Antifa as a major terrorist organization. Oh.
Good. Where do they live?
Followed by CNN, MSNBC, and the plastic surgeons responsible for this.
Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, to the monologue. So ABC yanked Jimmy Kimmel.
What happened there? Was that an edit? What the hell was that?
Off the air. Followed by CNN, MSNBC, and the plastic surgeons responsible for this. Okay, to the monologue. So ABC yanked Jimmy Kimmel off the air. And now, as much as I'd like to take credit, his demise was caused...
Did he say credit? As much as I'd like to take credit? That's a slip-up right there. Come on, Gutfeld. I know it's Wednesday.
...by another asshole, one named Jimmy Kimmel.
Get him. Get Kimmel.
He's gone indefinitely, which is like saying Amelia Earhart's flight is delayed.
Yeah, he's dead. He is back on Tuesday, though. But that's a joke about Amelia Earhart, famous woman who tried to do something and failed. Women are bad drivers, number 73.
You can't blindly lie to a million viewers and say Charlie Kirk's killer was MAGA, especially since the shooter appears to be a lefty, meaning he's more in line with Kimmel than Kirk. Perhaps that's why Kimmel said this.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
Now, usually when Kimmel mentions new lows, he's discussing his ratings.
Yes,
but this time that rock bottom was in his soul, lying about an assassination to project his own hateful fantasies. Now he has time for a new fantasy, imagining he has a TV show. Next Star, a group that owns some ABC affiliates, said it would preempt his airings. And that's poetic.
Ann Polar with a very interesting comment here. She says, again, Miles, can you please help me understand why this isn't cancel culture? Obviously, it's different because cool people like Greg. Yeah. So cancel culture is when a person on the right becomes canceled. When a person on the left becomes canceled, that's called the Constitution of the United States of America. So it's very different. Thank you for asking that. I'm glad I could clarify that for you guys. So, like, if I became canceled, that's cancel culture, right? But if Jimmy Kimmel gets canceled, that's called the Founding Fathers' hopes and dreams.
Justice. Jimmy gets booted by Next Star. Now he'll be looking for change outside Coinstar. Meanwhile, Trump is calling the move great news for America. The last time he said that was when Rosie packed all 35 of her Black & Decker vibrators and moved to Ireland.
Oh, that's funny. Rosie O'Donnell going to Ireland we haven't seen this joke in the first couple episodes. We expect it because we love it. But also a very funny name for implying the vibrators were made by famous tool manufacturer Black & Decker, implying an industrial amount of vibration on Rosie O'Donnell's vagine. Do we have vagina on here? No, we don't, unfortunately. But we're laughing. Is gay? She is gay.
35.
Yes. I'll give you that one.
But what does this really mean? Is it censorship? I don't think so. After all, you do.
Nah, I don't think maybe many vibrators is a whore. You know what? Peanut Pots. Give you that
You
one.
have a right to be
sense to me.
wrong, but your boss also has a right to suspend you when you deliberately do so. And Jimmy meant to mislead his viewers at the worst possible time to
It's not cancel culture when it's the left.
do it. And the
It's the
FCC's
free
job
market.
is to oversee the 3 networks, which are finite public goods, so it's a privilege and not a right, and he can always peddle his bile elsewhere. But while it makes sense for ABC to suspend Kimmel for his ethical lapses or cancel him for bad ratings, the FCC gave Jimmy and his pathetic supporters the drug that they love most, grievance. Charlie is no longer the victim. They are, at least in their minds.
This is just the latest chapter in Donald Trump's ongoing campaign to crack down on free speech.
The suppression of Democratic Party speech is coming next.
This is a red line that has been crossed for our industry, for the First Amendment, for the right of people to speak. There was nothing hateful about what was said.
The job should be to, speak truth to power, even when there are people who don't like the word truth anymore.
This is so serious, Aaron. America is a less free place if late-night comedians cannot do and say what they want. But this really does have a chilling effect across the American media.
Chilling effect. Dude, the only thing chilling is
The only thing chilling is the amount of hams in Joy Behar's fridge. Let's see.
gallon jug of ranch dressing you use to make popsicles in your fridge.
And no, it was a bunch of ranch dressing popsicles for this guy, because as you can tell from the photo, he is fat as hell. Very funny. His name is One. Congratulations on the bingo win. We have another winner of Gutfeld Bingo. Got a lot of winners today. A lot of clips to get through. I don't know how many clips we're going to be able to get through, because we only got another half hour left of the stream. And I want to make sure we thoroughly investigate these things. So we'll get through Gutfeld. And then we're going to get to the videos. I'll do a fast turnaround on this next bingo card distribution service here. 3 minutes to grab your bingo cards if you want to throw a link in the chat. His name is One. Where's your link? I'm monitoring it with one of my eyes. Now, I don't want to... Okay, this is the second to last episode of Gutfeld here. Just a little bit left. Nylan Amber says, oh God, we watch clips at the end. Now I keep forgetting. Yes, this is just a safety measure just in case some of the clips are sabotage the whole stream and we get taken down. Keep the gut train going. Yes. You got to think of do you have your bingo cards? You have your bingo cards? Because we are starting it right now. We've got 19 on Twitch, 55 on YouTube, and 1 solitary Rumble viewer. And Kick, we've got 1 tumbleweed and an empty chasm. I think I need to throw more gambling on this stream if we're going to do a little action on Kick there. Okay, 15's pretty good. 15's pretty good. Get some guts going. Amateur Joke Explainer is the chosen one. So if you don't have a bingo card, you are legally obligated to cheer and watch the Amateur Joke Explainer on Twitch.
This squad tried to get us off the air, and now he's acting like, oh, chilling effect. Shut up, Baldy. I know he can't hear me. But of course they're freaking out. They've gotten so used to getting a free pass for their propaganda. But times have changed. Charlie changed them. His death has reset this country, and now people are actually paying attention to their words because we saw what those words did to a fine young man.
Yeah. So it's true. I mean, he Charlie Kirk's death reset America in a similar way that Franz Ferdinand's assassination reset Europe and set it on the course to finally having prosperity and nonviolence.
It's interesting how the people who always claimed words equal violence now say, oh, no, it's just words. But I'm not sure they're really upset about this. Everything for them is always a performance. And now this...
Gutfeld didn't say Dems, but... Oh, yeah, his name is one. Do you have your link? I got distracted by Gutfeld. Or did you say, I can see the clip? Travis Gravity. Holy hell. Okay, I gotta flick away here. I gotta get Travis Gravity. Travis Gravity was so fast on that one. And that's why you gotta be careful. Okay, here we go. Okay, Travis Gravity has legally taken power of attorney from his name is one.
Drama gets to be about them and not about the like-minded leftist who murdered a man over free speech. Don't be fooled. The media is trying to make Kimmel their Charlie Kirk just to get the stink off them. But Kimmel's not being censored. He can still tell jokes.
Oh, yes. Okay. I haven't thought about this. So the media killed Charlie Kirk. And now the media is trying to make Jimmy Kimmel their Charlie Kirk to distract from the fact that the media shot Charlie Kirk from a rooftop. I didn't think of it that way, but it actually makes a lot of sense when you laugh about it.
And malign Charlie and lie about his killer. He just needs to find another place to do it. I hear Gaza is nice this time of year. Or take my advice.
What?
Do a live show.
I'm confused by that one.
Hold an outdoor rally and invite everyone. That's what Charlie would do. But I get it. You're not Charlie. You're not even close. Maybe it's just better to stay in studio with metal detectors and security. It's true. He and the douchebags who support him will never debate strangers in public in front of thousands. Chris Hayes, Stelter, S.E. Cupp, they will never know what it's like to stand before a massive crowd and wonder, is there someone out there that might kill me? Nope, they're too busy parking their lips on Kimmel's ass.
Brian, kill me?
But me, this weekend I'm doing live shows. I'll be in Allentown, PA, and then in Foxwoods, Connecticut. There will be thousands of people there. And I'd be lying if I didn't say I'll be scanning the audience for one weirdo or two. But I'm not going to hide, and neither should you. But to be honest, I'm a little jealous of those hacks at CNN and MSNBC because there's no risk to them. Because first, you need an audience. And you also need to be a little dangerous, which happens.
It's true. If you want to have a risk of being shot in America, you either need to be a TV personality with a huge audience or a child going to school. Those are the two highest risk ones. And that's just how it is.
By telling the truth, which they don't.
And that's
Instead,
fine.
they mirror the mob that kept them safe. True, they can be fired, but they aren't being fired upon. And shame on them for not seeing the difference.
Let's welcome.
Oh, I should message Greg about. Hey, there's Tyrus. I should message Greg about opening for him one day.
She's the hot dish. Host of the Michelle Tafoya podcast, Michelle Tafoya.
Michelle Tafoya. So funny. But no time for that because we got to go to the monologue. A lot of the time, Gutfeld just gets into some really serious discussions on his show about how the Dems need to be massacred. It's not as funny as the monologue. And women are annoying. Yes.
Thank you.
Big.
I know.
He knows.
All right.
Crowd's wild today.
Wow. I'd clap too if I saw me. It's Friday, so you know what that means. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He's sober and clean and the son of Martin Sheen. Legendary actor Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
She
One of
drinks
the best
Red
comics
Bull
of all
to
time.
fall asleep. Co-host of Outnumbered Emily Campagno.
Nice teeth. Look at them teeth.
His kids always tell him, why
Mike
can't
Rowe.
you be a better dad like Charlie Sheen? Actor, writer, and comedian Jamie Lissow.
No, never mind.
And she wouldn't hurt a fly because she lacks the upper body strength. New York Times bestselling author, Fox News contributor, Captain.
Is a whore?
All right.
Sure.
Before we get to some news stories, let's do this.
Greg's Leftovers. Mmm.
Female.
It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them. So if they suck, we'll baste Joe Mackey in gravy and leave them on Joy Behar's doorstep.
Joe Mackey and Joy Behar.
Yeah.
And she would eat him. She eats gravy. She eats everything. Joy Behar, fat cow.
So in her new book, Kamala
Very funny.
Harris said, Pete Buttigieg would have been an ideal partner if
It's
I
Trump,
were
sure.
a straight white man.
What?
Tim Walz also said the same thing.
Tim Walz is gay.
But Harris admitted she didn't pick Pete as her VP because she thought a homosexual was too big of a risk. So instead, she picked this guy. Apparently because George Michael was dead.
He is effeminate and he's gay. Yeah, Tim Walz. Tim Walz is a huge gay pussy. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's a. Not only is that a fact, it's also very funny because gay is funny.
R.I.P. But it's true. Kamala admits Waltz was never her first choice. It's the fastest she's turned her back on someone since Willie Brown asked her to roll over.
Whoa. That's number 9 there. Damn. That's 50. And that's pervert, because that implies non-missionary, which is perverted. Whoa. Damn. Yeah, Democrats still, especially Kamala, just going through what went wrong in the election. You know, how did we possibly lose? We did so many focus groups. How could we lose? And, of course, the answer is the Dems did not have enough consultants working on the campaign. You need more than that. You need at least $1 billion a month to go to McKinsey Consulting if you're going to win over the working class in America. I think we've all learned that here, but they're dumb.
Terrible. Kind of glad I didn't read these. Scientists say brainwaves suggest there may be consciousness after people are declared clinically dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's called going to heaven.
Democrats.
Oh, actually, it's called being Joe Biden. Gordo, a fine student of the channel.
Hope the news will help Joe Biden defend his pardons.
Yeah.
A manager at Office Depot was fired for refusing to make flyers for a Charlie Kirk memorial. But she quickly found another job doing public appearances for Kool-Aid.
Fat bitch. Very funny.
She's fat and she's wearing a red shirt.
Gutfeld explains
That's how
the joke.
we think here. New York Governor Hochul is being mocked after she endorsed Zohran Mamdani, but he refused to return her favor. Some say he stabbed her in the back just so he could avoid looking at her face.
Wow. Is ugly.
French First Lady Brigitte Macron has agreed to provide scientific evidence that she is indeed a biological woman.
Misgendered.
If she's successful, guess who may try and do the same thing?
Rosie O'Donnell. We are slamming the bingo cards today. Very funny.
Meanwhile, in New York City, teachers are praising a cell phone ban in schools, especially since they're now in charge of checking the students' buttholes for phones.
What? Okay, so I've already explained I've already done Miles Can't Explain here. Might have to listen to that one again here. That was confusing.
Meanwhile, in New York City, teachers are praising a cell phone ban in schools, especially since they're now in charge of checking the students' buttholes for phones. You don't hear the word butthole on special reports.
Well, why are they looking in their butts for phones? Man, that's tough. I'm gonna have to write that one down, and I'm gonna have to study that one at the University of Joke Explaining later on in the evening. I'll have to go down to the, how Gandalf goes to the visit Sauron to go into the archives. That's what I'm gonna have to do after this. Shouldn't be doing Lord of the Rings references, I know. It's gay.
Unless it's Brit Hume. That's a great butthole. Great butthole you have there. Amazing. It's an amazing butthole. A daredevil set himself on fire and dragged a car for 328 feet to set a new world record in what Guinness Book is calling the most dangerous automotive event not involving a female driver. Animal experts face their most challenging rescue of the season, freeing an entangled whale amid 45-mile-per-hour winds. Luckily, she was able to make it to ABC Studios in the morning.
Oh, the view. Bunch of whales. I should have guessed it. I'm getting slow. I'm getting hungry. Amy's twitching. Are you serious? This is your second win? Amy's twitching won the final bingo. Unbelievable. Get yourself a bingo card. Get yourself a Gutfeld bingo card from the grocery store. Or a lottery ticket. One of the two. Why am I so hungry right now? Okay. I'm select Amy's twitching. Congratulations. Unbelievable. Excellent job. Staying on task throughout the chaos. Winning double bingo. Give me your link. We're on the link. It's link o'clock. We're watching the links. Yeah, Amy is on DJ Comics level. This is crazy. I've got 3 links here. Amy's twitching. All right, link number 4. We got 4 links to get through. Very excited for this. This first one, nice and short. Let's check it out. Already like it.
From athlete to bodyguard to entertainer, Tyrus is now one of Fox's rising stars. With a story so epic, we needed one of the most respected names to help tell it. But we could only get him.
Oh.
Meet Tyrus, Greg Gutfeld, one-on-one with the Fox Nation star.
Wow.
His incredible journey.
You have to have horrible relationships. You have to be betrayed. You have to feel rock bottom.
Their friendship.
We met on Twitter. It's an old love story.
And everything in between.
Oh my God, that's awesome. You guys, meet Tyrus. A little Tyrus behind the scenes. God, that seems awesome. I love it. Riding the bus with my sister, full movie, 1 hour and 37 minutes. We're gonna watch it from the beginning. Not the whole thing, but we're gonna... Oh my God, okay. Okay. I feel like I'm being pranked here. Rosie O'Donnell? From Gutfeld? Andy McDowell? From Margaret Qualley? Riding the bus? From New York? From Coastal Elites? Look how square the buses used to be in the old days, eh? This movie's from 50 years ago. Look at all this 90s stuff. Those such smooth cars. This is before cell phones, guys. Back when men were men and women were annoying. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Good morning!
Okay. So this is a joke. So this is an hour and 40 minutes, and what I like about this, okay, is that the joke of the whole movie has already been established. The joke is that Rosie O'Donnell has a mental disability, and that's the joke. So I don't have to explain. I think that's the whole movie. That's gonna be the joke for an hour and 40 minutes. So thank you so much for submitting this. I forget who submitted this. I can't remember, but that's the joke of the whole movie. So it's on YouTube. So me and Brian will watch it later. But I love, you know, it's a great idea. Remember, similar to the Vince movie. Remember the ShamWow movie? The joke was that some people are black, and he runs with that, and it's funny the whole time.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know my homie got the bitches and the G folks that you got my Jimmy on your tonsils and the rhyme.
Is this also Rosie O'Donnell? I'm not so sure.
Feeling ill. Oh, sorry. We are not open yet.
Oh, that's okay. We're not hungry anyway.
You get out of here!
We brought you the contract. Our boss told us to make you a better offer.
Jay Moore.
Here's the contract.
Bitch! You're gonna get popped if you keep riding me.
Oops. Wrong answer, homie.
Uh-oh.
How do you like that, G?
Oh, you dirty.
That's funny already because he, as you saw, his legs took a real beating there, but his cheek is scratched. So a bit of a reverse direction joke there.
Bastard! You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. 1, 2,
The hat and the light and the beats in the background imply, I believe, that this Asian man is acting black, which is very funny because, you know, you're supposed to stay in the lane that you were assigned at birth.
Oh, that hurts.
You gonna sign the papers?
Your mama.
Are you gonna sign the papers?
Your mama. Oh, no, the glass. I just replaced it. Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh.
That was not a person there. That was a dummy.
Okay. I'll sign it.
Yeah, I knew
That's what special effects were like 50 years ago.
Sign it.
Uh-oh.
Trish, what happened to you, man? How'd you get that scratch?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jade.
You and Patrick Harris?
I have to be out in 2 weeks.
What? Why?
Oh, the punks from next door got me to agree.
You signed the papers?
Oh, they came in the other day and just whooped my sorry black ass. Oh.
My sorry black ass.
Did you call the police?
So he is. Again, great when a movie like this establishes what the joke is at the beginning. So you know how funny it's going to be. That the joke is that this Asian man is acting black, which is absurd. All right, we got RuPaul.
You know, when you dogged my girl, I was saying Joy looked like
I was
she
not
butch.
dogging her ass. I was just telling it like a TR is, okay?
But Miss, excuse me, you call me butch? Honey, but you're a bitch.
Nothing for Stuart Copeland of The Clash. Miles, what's that degree about? I told you I have a bachelor's degree in music, which makes me qualified to explain jokes. I don't know much about music. It was entirely joke focused where I went.
Must always remember when you say mean things to the co-host, they get to come back at you.
That was not a mean thing. I'm just stating facts. And she came on my show talking about, you look like a, why is it that you look so great in a dress and I can't?
You know what? I take it back. The butch thing was.
Okay, so is he talking? Okay, whoa. This is, okay, is this The View? This is RuPaul. Who's the man who famously dresses as a woman, I believe. That's his bit. And Joy's bit is she sounds like that, and he's doing her. This is comedic.
Paula, you know, when you dogged my girl, I was saying Joy looked like
I was
she
not
butch.
dogging her ass. I was just telling it like a TR is, okay?
But Miss, excuse me, you call me butch? Honey, but you're a bitch.
Must always remember when you say mean things to the co-host, they get to come back at you.
That was not a mean thing. I'm just stating facts. And she came on my show talking about, you look like a, why is it that you look so great in a dress and I can't?
You know what? I take it back. The butch thing was a compliment, but the voice is not.
There you go. And
Oh, Joy's mad that that RuPaul is doing Joy's funny accent. So Joy's accent is a bit she does, and she's angry that Ru is stealing her bit.
And look at Ms. Behar now, because that's glamorous.
Well, you know what? I have to say, and when I saw her backstage, I have to say that they did fem her up. I love the haircuts.
Doesn't the hair look great?
The hair looks great, and you wearing nice colors and stuff. But the slacks, you know.
She looks fabulous.
Do you think that I'm going to take fashion advice from a drag queen?
Oh, shit.
My sister. You better listen, Joy, you better take it from somebody. Okay?
You know what? I'll leave it there because the audience will hate you instead of me.
Oh, we had a really good show.
She's mad. She's very mad. Oh, this is ABC. This is the fascist network that puts on.
Very early on, we interviewed RuPaul, and RuPaul started picking on what Joy was wearing.
You wearing nice.
I mean, this is classic crowd work. This is so scary. That would be, could you imagine going after Joy Behar, one of the big comics, who is also a very annoying lady who eats hams 24 hours a day? Oh, it's so hard for me because I love Greg and the View jokes are so funny, but Joy Behar is one of the best comedians working today. It's really tough for me. This is tough for me to be. I feel like I'm caught in the middle here.
Nice colors and stuff, but the slacks, you know.
Joy got genuinely angry at RuPaul and said,
Do you think that I'm going to take fashion advice from a drag queen?
Well, honey.
She was mad at her. They did not like each other in that moment.
Joy, you better take it from somebody.
You had a moment with Joy Behar on that
I
show.
certainly did. And it was very interesting because she came for me. And then, and so I came back at her.
The slacks, you know.
She looks fabulous.
Do you think that I'm going to take fashion advice from a drag queen?
Well, honey.
And the audience laughed, and I waited for the laugh to die down. And I said to her,
Joy, you better take it from somebody. Okay.
Oh, man, what a comeback. Damn. Scary to go after. Now, advice to Joy, if this happens again, if I've learned anything from Gutfeld, joke writing, simply just say, you know what? Trans. And the audience will laugh. Pretty much guaranteed laugh. You can even cackle at it a little bit yourself just to let everybody know that you've done a good joke. Damn. That was awesome. Thank you for the clips. pretty dank clips. Thank you to our bingo winners. That was very entertaining. You guys also don't forget to check out the Getting to Know Tyrus. Such an interesting, mysterious man who apparently has reached rock bottom and is now about to reach rock top. Thanks for watching today, guys. This has been Rumble Explained with Myles Anderson, professional joke explainer, and a little bit of Gutfeld bingo as well. Please, if you haven't seen Cam Patterson explain, treat yourselves while you eat your gravy-covered hams tonight. I will see you all on Friday for Jokes Explained Live, and I'll see you in the comments section of Cam Patterson. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time.